Baestra and Thao then placed their fingers lightly on my hand and my solar plexus, while Lashnasi put his index finger above my pineal gland. They told me to relax completely and not be afraid, regardless of what happened. We would be traveling in astral body, and I would be under their guidance and so, quite safe. That time is engraved on my memory forever. The longer Thao spoke to me softly and slowly, the less afraid I was. I must confess, however, that initially, I was very frightened. Suddenly, in spite of my closed eyes, I was dazzled by the colors of the whole spectrum, which danced and shone. I could see my three companions around me, radiant with color, but at the same time, translucent. The village slowly blurred below us. I had the bizarre impression that 4 silver cords attached us to our physical bodies, which were assuming the proportions of mountains. Suddenly, a flash of blinding white gold crossed my vision, and for some time afterwards, I neither saw nor felt anything. A ball, brilliant like the sun but silver in color, appeared in space and approached at an incredible speed. We hurried through, I should say, I hurried through for, at that moment, I was no longer aware of the presence of my companions. When I had penetrated this silvery atmosphere, I could make out no more than the fog that surrounded me. It's impossible to say what time period was involved, but, quite suddenly, the fog dissipated, revealing a rectangular room, with a low ceiling, in which 2 men sat cross-legged on marvelously colored cushions. The walls of the room were of finely sculptured stone blocks, scenes of contemporary civilization, with clusters of grapes which seemed transparent, fruits which I couldn't recognize, and animals too, some of which had human heads. There were also human figures with the heads of animals. I noticed, then, that my 3 companions and I formed a unit that was a gaseous mass, and yet we were able to distinguish each other. "We are in the main chamber of the pyramid of Savansa," said Lashnasi. It was incredible. Lashnasi had not opened his mouth, and yet he spoke to me in French. The explanation came in a flash. "It's true telepathy, Michel. Ask no questions, all will unfold naturally, and you will learn what you must know." Since my duty, in writing this book, is to report on my experiences, I must try to explain as clearly as possible that, in the state I was in at the time my astral body had passed into the psychosphere, the words saw, heard and felt were not appropriate, merely useful, as sensations occur spontaneously in a very different way from that which we normally experience, and even from that which we experience when we travel in astral body.